to ACPA, which is a National Student Affairs Conference, and I'm here with Cecilia, our driver, Caressa, and Maddie.
Hi.
Caressa, Chris, and I are actually presenting at this conference. A little nervous about it, but we're so excited, and it's cool because we're able to get funding for this. $400 to spend on anything, on food, hotels. So it's gonna take us about 5.5 hours to get there. That is the Airbnb we're staying at. And now we're gonna go get ramen for dinner. So I had an allergic reaction to the doggy earlier, and then my eye got real red, and then there's like this layer of like mucus forming in my eye, and I legit thought I was gonna go blind because it was like feeling so swollen and it was so red. And then Chris, this girl right here is a true friend, came through like Superwoman and ran to Whole Foods and got me allergy medicines and eye drops, and now all is well in the world. Do y'all hear the tornado sirens again? It sounds like the Purge. You know, like,
oh my god, that's why I'm scared.
Like when the Purge like occurs.
I'm used to this. Like, I feel like I'm gonna like float away or some shit. Did you show him the out the wind front? What?
What?
What? You can't I'm struggling. I'm gonna stop trying.
Tornado lessons back here.
But you know how Patrick was telling me that they don't a lot of times they don't touch the ground.
Yeah.
So they just like start in the air.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they just float around the sky, and then sometimes they come out when they like gain more and more power and pick up more cows and
Cows. They get bigger because they pick stuff up.
Well, yeah, it gains
like a
momentum.
monster.
It is. It gains momentum and then it keeps going.
Oh, in St. Louis, Panera Bread was just called St. Louis bread because it's originated there. So it's not called Panera Bread down there at all.
That's
it's just
so
St.
weird.
Louis bread.
She'd probably.
Oh, did you see that thunder or lightning? Closer and closer to this darkness.
We're literally just this is so fun.
We're so adventurous, you know.
We're driving towards our doom.
This is Columbus, Ohio skyline.
What about that Panera that we did?
I think they were closed. It looked empty.
So should I just drive to come tea?
We could not wake up this morning and we missed the session that we wanted to go to. So now we're just trying to get some work done before we head to our next planned session for the day. This is a chicken adobo panini, got taro milk tea. So we are at Jenny's Ice Cream, very popular ice cream place. We also have this in Chicago, but I think it originated here, so it is a lot better apparently. These are the different flavors. This is the ice cream I got. I think this one is lavender wild berry, and that is the ultra marine. That's our professor. I think so.
I pronounce she, her, hers, and I'm an assistant professor of higher education at Loyola University. It's like Asian Americans in higher ed central, and
This is our team name, y'all.
Just as you all see on the screen,
we came through with 32 points at the end. That was not in the bottom at all. We were towards the middle, so yeah.
everyone.
2:42 a.m. and we are just prepping for our presentation, making this video, putting it together. Everyone is dead tired. And this is why you don't present as a graduate student, because you have to worry about your homework assignments and balance that out with your presentation. And if you're like a second year where you're looking for a job too, you gotta balance all that at the same time. How are you all feeling? Our workshop will be good tomorrow though. It will be good. Just gonna keep saying that. Right? So why Asian American women? Why are Asian American women seen as learners and not leaders? How do we intersect learning with leadership? These are actually questions that we've asked each other one time when we were just casually hanging out at a bar, and that conversation really inspired us to further explore this topic, which is why we are here today, and we really look forward to particularly engaging in dialogue with you all to learn more about your experiences and just how we can develop new strategies and getting us into more leadership positions as well. So the purpose of our program is to really analyze leadership as a process and to explore the possibilities and the potential for leadership and leadership development when rooted through an intersectional lens. And we'll be specifically addressing the ways that race and gender can impact our experiences. Sorry if my voice is shaky, I just feel so nervous.
Y'all are our first ACPA presentation, so we're really excited to be able to
For me, I see leadership as like different from an authority figure. So even though like a person may be in a position of authority, they may not enact leadership, and so I see leadership as an action of creating positive change. And
I like what I'm hearing right now. I feel like we got a connection going on. This can work out now. But if it didn't, we're still educating.
For me, like enacting change in my job, I've been in like working professionally for about 10 years now, and so for me, I dealt personally with a lot of like imposter syndrome, and I didn't hear a lot of that in that, but this is just 4 things, but especially when it comes to enacting change and being a leader, there's so much of that, because I know I pass as white, and so that there's that hurdle, like obviously a privilege too, right, when enacting change, but dealing with that, and then also dealing with like my form of leadership and my self-authorship and how to affect change. So
I definitely resonate with that point too. I feel like I experienced this like so much throughout my graduate school career so far. Even with doing this presentation, I'm like, oh no, I really do this. I'm an imposter. Everything they find out, you know. It's just like really hard to figure that out. Is it like, am I internalizing my own oppression as an Asian American woman? Is it the context that I'm in, or just where are these feelings coming from, and why is it like feeding into me so much? And how do I like overcome that feeling too? And it's hard when it's like been so internalized over so many years. And it's like, how do you just begin to fight that now?
I'm subject to imposter syndrome. It's definitely going on right now. But
Have you ever been victimized by imposter syndrome?
Support group.
we see leadership as a collective and relational process focusing on guidance, direction, and creating opportunities for social change. Supporting and opening doors for each other to create opportunities and potential to move up, but we're not trying to mimic whiteness or heteropatriarchy as the way in which we do that.
And so all of this ultimately leads to resilient self-efficacy. And that's kind of what you want, right? Long-lasting self-efficacy in which your beliefs are firmly established and remain strong despite difficulty ahead or any troubles that you may face along your path. Persisting and thriving despite the complexity of your positionality, right? So some of you mentioned positionality, positional leadership, and then positionality as us as Asian Americans, right? And then Asian American women. All these intersections, your positionality is always changing, but resilient self-efficacy is maintained despite where you are in varying circumstances.
The model minority myth positions Asian Americans to be a tool to promote whiteness and the ability to be rewarded and succeed in systems affirming white supremacy and marginalize Black, Latinx, Native, and other communities of color against us as a marginalized group. It creates a hierarchy in which there is a ladder that we continue to climb, but we are still not receiving the outcomes that we may desire because those outcomes weren't necessarily made for us, because that structure is still not made for us. And so going back to the other point that I said at the beginning of this is that we're never going to break the bamboo ceiling because Asian American women are using different leadership goals and strategies, and the work that I feel like we wanted to encourage folks to do from this session to continue is how do we teach that? How do we teach what authentic leadership and self-efficacy look like? So thank you for engaging in this conversation, and we hope you have a great rest of your convention.
We are kind of finally done with ACPA convention. What a day. Carissa, Chris, and I just presented. It went really well, actually. I feel like we were stressing about it the entire time we've been here because we just wanted to like perfect it so much. And then it was just really good because we got like a lot of positive feedback, had a lot of like support. People were on the same page. People were even trying to like get us published. I was like, girl, we didn't think that far ahead. We just trying to finish our presentation. But that was like really flattering that like we provided the space for such like a needed conversation that we didn't realize people wanted to like talk about so much too. How do you feel about it, Carissa?
I feel good. Oh, I feel so good. Oh.
Key Club.
No, it was pretty bomb. We did well. I was thoroughly satisfied by our skills.
You did so good in explaining efficacy and shit.
Efficacy!
And when you were like efficacious, I was like, oh, sophisticated.
Ooh, you know.
And then Maddie was awesome, came out to support us.
It was bomb. Seriously, I had so many emotions going on inside of me because they were doing it. I literally almost cried, but I actually just had like my heart was racing the whole time because I was nervous for you because
my heart was racing the whole time.
This is their first ACPA conference and a presentation at their first conference. That's insane. First professional conference.
Yeah, who do we think we are? How you trying to fuck shit up?
I learned so much. It was awesome. As like one of the only white people in the room, I think.
Yeah. Well, you're an Ario.
Yeah, I mean, Ario was like, we're not gonna say anything the whole time. It was awesome. They did great.
I don't know. I give presentations all the time at work, but that's no big deal because like I know the content and I do it 2 times a day for 3 days a week. But then for this, I was like literally shaking. My voice was shaking. I started getting red. Chris said my eyeballs were getting red. I was just like so nervous. And I think a lot of it was just like imposter syndrome, which a lot of people echoed that they felt too. So that was really cool.
It's a friend of
So I feel like I haven't really been vlogging, and that's because we've been so occupied with our presentation.
literally all we talk about.
Literally, we came to ACPA to prepare for our presentation and then present it. But yeah, I wish I got to go to more workshops because we were just spending so much time preparing. We are just walking around. Oh, it's for your...
Hola, ¿cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
Sí.
¿A comer a dónde? Ven acá.
No. Oh girl, look at her, she getting hit. We're eating at this restaurant called Delivi. We're back at Jenny's Ice Cream. Yum. This is Bumbleberry Crisp and Brown Butter Almond Brittle. We are back at Kung Fu Tea after ice cream, but there is no shame in this.
What are those? No cap.
What are those? What are those? Toilet has been clogged right before we have to go. Team effort right here trying to unclog the toilet. Oh man, true friendship right here. Maddie.
Oh my god, that made it worse.
Oh, that is, I can't, I'm gonna throw up.
Getting close.
Googling how we can fix this toilet. This is the worst disaster to have right before we leave.
Get shampoo and hot water. Get your.
Oh man, that's gonna be bubbly poop water.
Right? Bubbly poop water.
Jasmine. Hi. Hi. Hi, baby. Oh, she's resting her head on me.
She's like, I like this one.
She's like, she'll actually play with me. She's like, thanks. Thanks. All right, get up, Cassidy. Up. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, down. Good girl. Down. All the way down. Oh, look at her. You're so good. I'm so proud of you.